Good afternoon, folks. Today we're going to be doing an oil change on my truck. This is a 2019 F-150. People who have been watching my channel know that already, but if not, now you know. It's been about 7,000 kilometers since the last one. I did it at 73K. It is now at 80,000 kilometers, not miles for all my Americans. And here is what we're going to be using. So it takes about, if memory serves me correctly, I will make sure with the owner's manual, 8.3 liters of 5W20 or 5W30. The manual says 5W20, but I've heard of people on the forum say you could use 5W30 no problem. We're using a Fram filter here. Here is the stock keeping code if you want to know that. We're just going to be using an oil wrench because the old one is probably very hard to get off as usual. Towel and an oil pan with some filters, so, or funnels should I say. So let's get started. Alright, so first things first, I've jacked up the front of the vehicle just so I have a little bit easier access to the drain bolt. Although it is a truck, it is not lifted. What I've also done is pulled out my creeper. That's what I'm going to use to get underneath, and I have a little mat just for slight drippage, but I don't expect too much. Probably shouldn't have wore a white shirt to do this. Alright, so first things first, what you're going to want to do is locate a bright yellow drain bolt here. In this case, mine is plastic, and it doesn't do full turns like a normal bolt would. It is just a little locking mechanism, sort of 180 degrees to get it off, and vice versa to put it back on. It's located right behind the engine skid plate and right in front of the transmission cooler. So I also have a sway bar in the way, which kind of sucks. But to loosen it, if I remember correctly, yeah, lefty loosey, you're going to want to turn it counterclockwise and not too fast either. Just enough to break it loose. And sometimes that happens. That didn't happen last time. It went much smoother, but that's fine. Probably shouldn't have wore a white shirt to do this. Now comes the fun game of where did that bolt go? Glorious. The last thing to do is put your bolt on once it stopped dripping, and then we can go and change the oil filter. Alright, you're going to want to do it until you hear a click. There you go. Good and tight. Oh, and don't forget to clean up the area too. I did get a free oil spray on my sway bar though. That's kind of nice. Just clean that up. And my transmission cooler. Wow, everything is super shiny now. I'm not doing that again. Alright, so when it comes to the oil filter, it is located in the front of the engine. Mine has a little magnet on it. This is a pretty easy spot to get it out of. Honestly, I think Ford did a good job. Here's a little channel for everything to spill out of. Sometimes it likes to spill out in the front too, so I say have two catch cans of some sort ready rather than just one. Yeah, we're getting some drippage where it's not supposed to be, as per usual. Alright, now once you have your old filter out and all the oil is done draining, what you can do is just come up here with some dirty rags and clean the area here of all the old oil. And then we'll go ahead and take the new filter out of the box and compare the two. And now an extra step for trucks equipped with an oil filter. Mine is aftermarket, but it does hold old oil in it. So I'm going to go ahead and take that out, dump it, and put it back on. But if your truck doesn't have that, don't worry, you can skip this step. Why don't you take a look at that? It looks like cappuccino. Don't drink it though. Don't do that. While I was pouring out this old oil, I just saw how much an oil separator really prevents dirt and debris from getting back into the engine. Now these are kind of disputed on the forums and internet whether they're actually useful or not. Some people say only the EcoBoost truck should have them. I have a 5.0 and I decided to put it in anyways. But you could just see here, the proof is in the pudding. I already dumped out the cappuccino looking oil, but this is incredible how much it actually catches. So there you have it here, folks. I'm convinced. I don't know about you, but I think these are very helpful. The next thing I'm going to do is prepare our new filter here. Putting some oil in it. Not too much, just about halfway like that. I love doing this. Sarcasm. And now the fun part is putting back 8.3 liters in here. So if we can do that without making a mess, which I already just did. If I can do that without making a mess. Unfortunately, I forgot to film an outro to this video, as well as show you the dipstick reading, which was at the max line. So 8.3 liters is how much this engine takes. I add about 8.5 just in case it burns a little bit until the next oil change. Is perfectly fine. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, comment, the whole shebang, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.